Hello everyone! Welcome to another video. This is Greg Dumont, the creator of KillerReviews.com and host of the Killer Reviews podcast. And today we're talking about a film called All the Boys Love Mandy Lane. Now, this is going to be a very relaxed, chilled out video. I got some coffee. I got some notes in front of me that I went on the old Wikipedia and looked up a bunch of cool facts about this movie. So, we're going to talk about, let's see, the filming, a little bit about behind how the film was created, and some of the critics' reception, some of the reception from the critics, and then I'll talk to you about how I felt about the movie. Alright? So, All the Boys Love Mandy Lane is a film from 2006. It stars Amber Heard, Michael Welch, Whitney Able, and Anson Mount. Now, it kind of stars everybody. I mean, that's only 4 people, but the whole cast is maybe like 8 people. It's mainly a bunch of kids that go to a house in the middle of I don't even know where they're, in the middle of Texas. So, the film's from 2006, like I said. It's directed by Jonathan Levine, or Levine, I guess, and it's written by Jacob Foreman. I'll just read you, the Wikipedia is pretty long on the page, but I'll just read you what I pulled that I wanted to talk about. Originally completed in 2006, the film premiered at a number of film festivals throughout 2006 and 2007, including the Toronto Film Festival, South by Southwest, and London Fright Fest Film Festival. It received a theatrical release in the United Kingdom on February 15th, 2008. All the Boys Love Mandy Lane received extremely divided reviews from critics, with some dismissing the film as bogus and compromised. I was thinking about what that meant, bogus and compromised. I don't quite, I guess I get bogus, but compromised, I don't quite understand what that means. The others praising its grindhouse aesthetic and likening its cinematography to early work of Terrence Malick and Tobe Hooper, which I completely agree with that. And I'll talk a little bit later, obviously, like I just said, I'll talk about what I liked about the movie. But that's right there, the grindhouse aesthetic and the Tobe Hooper-like cinematography. That stood out to me a lot. Despite its international attention, the film went unreleased in the United States for over 7 years after it was completed. This was due to complications with its film distributors, Senate Entertainment, who went bankrupt shortly after purchasing the film from the Weinstein Company. Alright, we're almost done. I'm not just reading the whole page to you. I mean, I'm pulling out certain things, you know what I mean? Because you might be thinking, well, why don't I just go to the Wikipedia page and read it? But no, I mean, I definitely pulled out certain things, and I'm almost done this part of the review. The film was initially conceived in 2003 when writer Jacob Foreman and producer Chad Feehan and production designer Tom Hammock were all students at the Film Institute. And it started out as a thesis for, I believe, Jonathan. Or probably Jacob. And it started as a thesis project for their final year. Levine later told the Austin Chronicle that he and screenwriter Jacob Foreman had drawn inspiration from Tobe Hooper's The Chainsaw Massacre from 1974, as well as the NBC television series Friday Night Lights and Jonathan Hughes. And in my opinion, that right there screams All the Boys Love Mandy Lane. I mean, like Friday Night Lights, John Hughes, and Chainsaw Massacre. It's like if I ever write a movie, that's what I would do too. I would pick a few different, I probably pick a few movies that I want to take certain elements from and combine them. And they did a really good job in my opinion, of mixing the John Hughes with Chainsaw Massacre. It's in Friday Night Lights. It's really cool how they did that, because I can clearly see those. I can clearly see the inspiration there. Principal photography began on location in Austin, Texas, and nearby Bastrop in 2006. I think I cut and pasted that. For a budget of $750,000. So, on to what I liked about the film. So, okay, first of all, love the name. All the boys love Mandy Lane. Like, I don't know. Like, if there's a horror movie called, like, okay, first, like for instance, The Babadook, right? Okay, well, I know what that is. It's about a creature named the Babadook or something. Or Swamp Thing, right? Swamp Thing. Okay, I know what that is. Or your Legend of Hell House. Okay, it's a house, right? Like, okay. Like, all the boys love Mandy Lane. It doesn't, it's really, it like makes me want to know what that movie's about. And keep in mind, people, like, I have heard about this movie. I mean, Killer Reviews has been around almost since 2003. I think like 2004 or 5 maybe. So I remember hearing news stories about the film not getting released, but way back then. So I was really enticed. I wanted to see it, but I never did. We couldn't for years. People would like bootleg it or take it off the internet, which I don't even know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. So I could never watch it that way. And then it didn't get released until maybe 2 years ago or something here in the States. I mean, I just read it. But I know I'm super late to the party on this one. But it's on Netflix Instant right now. So if you're watching this and you're in the States, you can check it out on Netflix. If you have Netflix Instant Watching, whatever it's called, Instant. So I absolutely love the name. Oh, the whole point of that entire story was I was so excited to finally sit down and see the movie. I've been watching lots of horror movies lately, and I go to Netflix, and it's there, and I was in the perfect mood to watch that movie. People ask me why I don't see movies right away, sometimes. If there's a movie I know that I'll like a lot, chances are I'll like it a lot, I might want to save the movie for when it's the perfect time to watch it. I'm in such a mood to watch a certain type of movie. And Mandy Lane is exactly what happened, which is why, one of the reasons why I think I liked it as much as I did. So I love the name, and based on the name, let's talk about Amber Heard. Amber Heard plays Mandy Lane, and this girl, that joke, okay, that girl's a 10 out of a 10, that girl's a 10 out of 10, and they say, oh, that girl's a 12 out of 10, whatever, this girl literally is one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen her, acting for a few years now. But here, she literally is perfect. And the filmmakers do such a good job of making her look perfect. I mean, obviously she's really pretty. But I mean, as far as the hair and the tan on her, the clothes, the shots they choose to show her, there's a scene where the kids go swimming in a pond. It looks like, and there's camera shots. Amber Heard is getting undressed to go to go swimming, and there's music playing. and the camera shots are literally very like if they show her stomach, like slow down, like pan down her legs, and then her butt, and then her face and her hair and all this stuff, and they make a real point, obviously, to show you how beautiful she is, but also how infectious she is, and you can see why. Everybody. There's a scene where she's walking down the hall, and everybody's just looking at her. And I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't know. She's just like one of the prettiest girls I've ever seen in my entire existence of having eyeballs. And another funny story is, well, it's not really funny, but there was a girl when I went to high school. There was a girl a couple grades ahead of me named Mandy, and everybody loved that Mandy. She literally, and all the guys were just like, she come down the hall and like, oh my god, it's Mandy, it's Mandy. And I don't know, and that might be another reason why one of the many reasons why I liked the movie as much as I did, because I liked the name Mandy. In high school we had a Mandy, it's just like this movie. And, yeah, I don't know, it's like, it's really a cool combination. All the boys love Mandy Lane, and then you see it in the movie. You see why. It's just very infectious. Her whole thing, and the overall cast was really good. They did a good job of literally casting the movie. Picking the right pieces. The stoner guy, the drunk guy, the nice guy, the handsome guy, the goofball with the guitar. They really did a good job. The dialogue felt natural. The situations felt natural. So I was really the casting was really good across every part in the movie. And I like the setting a lot. I'm a big fan of movies that take place in one location. And sure enough, maybe like 20 minutes in, you're at the location, and it's just a huge house in the middle of nowhere, and it's it's surrounded by field, but there's fields everywhere, all around the place. So I really like the location, the secluded big house in the middle of nowhere. Like the Texas Chainsaw vibe. The opening was really cool. The opening. The whole movie felt very real, and it's like when a movie has really good dialogue and good casting, and is pretty much toes the line of reality. Things seem pretty real in the movie, nothing's unbelievable. Then you tend to get sucked into the movie, and then you kind of forget you're watching a movie, and you're engaged, right? The opening scene, there's this really cool death, and it's really impactful. It's like holy shit, man! That's fucked up. And it happens in the first 15 minutes, 10 minutes probably. So it's got a really, really strong opening, and it doesn't really let go the whole time. It keeps you going. Awesome kills. This movie is a slasher, which I didn't see. I didn't know that going in. I had no clue what the movie was about. I thought it was going to be All the Boys Love Mandy Lane. I thought they were going to... she was going to go to this house out in the middle of nowhere, and all these guys, maybe 6 guys, 8 guys, were going to keep her captive in a barn and just beat her and rape her for I don't even know, a week or something. I thought it would be one of those. I thought it would be that, a torture movie, but it wasn't like that at all. It's a slasher movie. It's a slasher, and I didn't know that. Great music, great cinematography. That leads into the whole vibe, the tone of the movie. The camera shots I thought were awesome. I didn't even know that these guys were looking to make a Chainsaw Massacre movie. And, inspired by Chainsaw Massacre. But when I was watching it, I got that vibe. I mean, like I thought of that several times in the movie that reminded me of Chainsaw Massacre. And then, sure enough, I read this wiki after the fact, you know. Film felt very gritty and real. Yeah, I mean, I've said that plenty of times. Loved the ending of the movie. I guess if you haven't seen the movie, you probably want to shut this off. I'm almost done the review. I'll just wrap up the review and then I'll talk about the ending, so you can turn the video off if you haven't seen the movie. But for me, Mandy Lane is a very solid, like on a horror movie scale. We're not, you know, I hate to compare like horror movies like Mandy Lane. I hate to compare that to like The Departed or Inception, Goodfellas, Jaws. I just feel like horror movies, like for me, Mandy Lane was a 5 out of 5, right? For horror, gore, fun factor, hot girls, cool story, good acting, awesome music, awesome cinematography. Literally, I mean, like, there's so many cool things about this movie. So I'm gonna give it, like, literally, this was a home run for me. The movie ended, and I was so happy that I liked the movie that much. It's a home run for me. And if you did not like the movie, please comment below. I would love to know your thoughts on the movie, because a lot of people did not like this movie. And if you want to share your comments, I would love to read them. If you want to post those below. So that's it for me. Now let me discuss the ending a little bit. So if you haven't seen the movie, you can stop the video now. Okay? Thanks for watching. So the ending of the movie, as far as the twist goes with Mandy being in on the killings, maybe that's where the bogus and compromised reviewer, you know, that comment from the review, maybe that's what that meant. Look, I mean, people were so pissed. I was reading like message boards and stuff about the ending, and people were pretty upset that you don't know why Mandy does this, right? Like to her friends. And honestly, people, I just think she's so bored that she just finds things to do. Like I mean, I think she was literally, she's drop dead gorgeous. And everybody loves this girl. And I think she's just, probably has like a pretty well-off family. She probably got some money. And I think she's just literally like that fucking bored. And some people are like, hey, let's go steal a car. I mean, like, we're bored. Like, let's go steal a car. Or let's go out hiking for the weekend or something. Like, she literally, but she's also fucked up. So she's so bored. She's like, okay, well, how about I get this guy who really likes me to kill all my friends for me, and then I'll make him take, you know, these pills at the end. I think she's just fucking bored. I mean, like I love that we don't know why Mandy decides to have all her friends killed. And by the way, the actor at the end, like that end scene where they're going to like do like a dual suicide, I thought that was really cool. And that actor was really good in that scene. Like he was genuinely so hurt that Mandy would turn on him and let him kill him and she wouldn't die too. Like his face was just like, it's almost like if you tell somebody like, oh well your mom died or something. Like this face comes over you, like, of just shock, you know? Like, he did a really good job at that. So, I love the ending. Let me know if you like the ending. Ending, yay or nay? Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to cut out. This is Greg with KillerReviews.com. So check out the websites. We have about 6,000 forum members at this point, but not all of them active, obviously. But we have forums over there. We have a Killer Reviews podcast. I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/killerreviews. So check everything out. Go on the forums. Get involved. Check out the podcast. It's available everywhere. It's called the Killer Reviews Podcast. All right. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye.